Welcome back into Mammon Devil Help. This will be our second helping. I'm Babel Builder, and I am the hired help today. The developer reached out to me again and asked if I would be interested in doing a second sponsored video to take another look at the game now that it is out in early access. And I thought, you know what, that's a pretty cool game, and I would like to take a second look at that. So here we are. Full transparency, I have received a game key, and this is a sponsored video. This is not intended to be a review. We are just going to take a look and see how the game has been progressing and offer a little bit more feedback. My plan is, I don't want to retread the same ground. I am going to start with the first victim because as I checked it out, I did see that there's been some new tutorialization, and that was one of the points that I felt really needed some improvement. So I think we'll go through the first victim, and then I'm going to play ahead a little bit, and we'll come back in where the demo left off last time, and we'll take it from there for a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look here. If you think I'm going a little quick through the story portions, if you want to check the first video, I don't believe any of the story content has changed at all. So if you want to see that in a little bit more detail, maybe with a little more voice acting, you can go check out the first video. Let's go ahead and jump in here. There was a man who loved his wife a lot, but his wife died and he couldn't do anything to save her. One day, death approaches with an offer to play cards against him. If he could win, he would get his wife back and more. If he loses, his soul will rot in hell. The man lost. The end. However, a particular demon took an interest in the man and approached him, offering a way out of hell in exchange for his help. The man, with no other choice, accepted the demon's offer. Nothing like doubling down when you've already lost a deal with the devil. Mammon Devil Help. Since you just got out of hell, I'll let you take a walk. Stretch your legs a little. Isn't that too kind for a demon? I need to set something up for our work. Meet me in the city when you're done. Sure. Oh yes, Mammon, pleased to meet you, human. A demon giving his name willingly? Oh, and why shouldn't I give you my name? I am Mammon, the Archbishop of Greed, one of the 7 bishops, yada yada. One of the princes of hell? Bishop, I'm afraid. Only the humans call us that. Aren't the bishops serving the one and true God? We all serve the one, whether we like it or not. I guess we do. But why would a bishop of hell need my help? Even I cannot harm humans directly, not easily. I need you to do that for me. And no, fiends, summons, and familiars won't do. And this is where you come in. I see. So how exactly am I going to help you? You do understand the basics of a devil contract, I take it. You've accepted a few. You either are desperate or want a lot of something. You offer a deal that sounds too good because it has a catch, and you take the soul in return. That's pretty much your job from now on, with a slight difference. What would that be? You will not write the contract in your name, but mine, and you will work with already made contracts. That sounds easier. That said, I don't know how to read or write. You don't? Well, now you do. What did you do? Calm down. I used some of my magic. Now, you know how to write and read in all languages, including Demon Scribe. You'll get used to it. Well, thank you? Don't worry, I already have your soul. Think of it as an investment. Either way, the contract is more on the side. Your main job is to make the victim as desperate as possible using magic spells so that I can get a better deal. I don't know how to use magic either. Humans truly are lovely creatures. I will provide you with resolves to help with that. But the best way to learn is to get to work. Come outside the city when you're ready to begin. Okay, this is one of the new improvements. They've added a bit of tutorialization, and I thought it was pretty decent. So we're going to go through, like I said, on the first victim here, and just follow through the tutorial and see if it leads us astray anywhere or anything like that. Hi there, human. My name is Shadow, and I have been entrusted by the Master with your reintroduction to the mortal world. You can use this map to access the church, town, shop, gate, probably should say and house. Currently, there is nothing else to do. So Now you must go and speak with the master. Oh, this is our city map. These are our different places we're going to be able to go as we unlock things. We can click this to come back to this map. If you hit escape on other screens, it brings up a menu rather than that. So need to remember to go here. There was 1 or 2 times where I forgot and I was like, how do I get out of this menu? It's always here. Think of this as your home button. We're going to have a trip today, one that you will be making quite a lot. On a trip where? To an empty field to see nothing. Go on. No funny comment? I don't believe the Bishop of Greed likes to waste time. Aren't you smart? I create a mirage here and a repellent using some forbidden cloud thought magic. Cloud thought? Why would you want to have anything to do with? Even speaking of it would make the one and true God mad, right? None of your business. We have to go to get there for my golden gate. Golden gate? A portal between the mortal world and hell, to my new furnace room to be precise. You will have to use it quite a lot, so make sure you remember the road. What would I be using the furnace for? Well, it could heal you and help you acquire new magic, but most importantly, it'll let you get misfortune. I'm pretty good at getting that by myself. Aren't you funny? You will see. The furnace is the master's pride and joy. It will allow you to use soul coins you have gathered. Each coin holds 6 charges. You can spin the charges by dragging the coin to the furnace eye. Don't worry about saving charges, you can always get more. This is one of my pieces of feedback from the first time around. I got myself soft locked, where I had spent all the charges thinking that I could get another coin, and at that point I couldn't, so glad to see that was changed. Yeah, definitely glad to see that changed. At the furnace, you will find the Misfortune Sword. This will start the grieving process and the master's plan. The Misfortune Sword can be used regardless of charges. That's part of it. So we can always get in there. We can use these up for our boons down here and not worry about getting locked. So don't worry about the rest for now. All right, so we were going to take our coin and put it in our machine. We can see down here, none of these are viable at the moment. So this is the first's misfortune. And this is one that maybe could be a little tricky for people. I do think that maybe we need another tooltip here that says, like, click this. This, because it's vibrating, kind of draws my eye and makes me want to click it. So when I do, I guess if you drag it, you can end up unlocking it, but that's okay. Gustavo Famas is with a primary sin of pride. A poor farmer is not worth much attention, but we do have to start somewhere. Not worth much attention, you say? Well, if you insist, he wishes to become someone. Still, he's not particularly smart or skillful, so you shouldn't have a problem. As for his misfortune... Misfortune? The coin you put inside the soul furnace can produce a number of different effects. A misfortune is one such effect, and in fact, something I'm extremely proud of. Powers just a finger snap away. Huh? That still doesn't tell me what it means, though. You have desires and wishes, don't you? Well, yes, doesn't everybody? Of course! The soul furnace extracts the most negative wish you have for someone else and makes it a reality. What's that now? Within set limits, of course, the main one being the strength of one's soul. But aren't all souls equal? You must be kidding. My soul equal to yours? Well, I guess I didn't think of it that way. Exactly. Anyways, going forward, we made a misfortune happen to Gustav, and now he's experiencing the 5 stages of grief. As for what we did, you must be wondering, we spread some rumors to damage his family reputation. That doesn't seem like something that would cause grief, though. Well, in our case, it was enough, so I don't mind. One question. Go on. Why do we need to do this? Funny you should ask. Humans tend to make better deals when they're desperate, so this will make your job a bit easier in that respect. So what about the spells I'm going to use? The spells you're referring to are called resolves. I believe earlier this was capital R. I don't know whether this is a proper noun or not. It does seem to be, so this should probably be capitalized if it's capitalized elsewhere. I'll elaborate for you to receive a soul coin, but to put it in simple terms, these are weaker and less personal misfortunes more often than not. Still, who we extract them from makes a difference. Extract them from? I'll tell you more later. Now go. Back to our tutorial guy. Your goal is to ensure your victim has enough desperation to make the deal made. I like that this is color coding and matching. Nice for drawing the eye there. The amount of desperation the victim has, it is shown by how much the sword is filled. Now, I believe this is new. I don't remember this from last time. We gain desperation by lowering health, sanity, and gold below certain thresholds. Gustav's thresholds for gold are below 4, 2, and 0. Let's get it down to 0 or lower. We will be doing that using magic called resolves. This needs a colon, not a period right here. Resolves are used by being placed. Ooh, is a little rough. Resolves are used by being placed in the victim slots. Body, mind, soul, life. Each resolve indicates its place by the frame. This needs to be checked for tenses here. I get the point though. So this is another one of the big improvements. This was probably my biggest piece of feedback beyond just some spelling and grammar checking. This was really difficult for me to parse through the first time around, and this is a pretty nice improvement here. Each resolve indicates its place by the frame. Again, this needs a tense check here. Red is body, white is mind. These need to be flipped. This is because you've been doing the colors first. This should be blue is soul, and yellow purple is life. So just to make this list consistent, you should have all the colors on one side or the other. Doesn't matter which. Place mistake in the life slot and press advance. Okay, one of the things I really, really like here is we added some, I don't even know what you call this, not texture, some shapes. Let's call them shapes. Some shapes to the resolve. So we have these two corner pieces and we have the colors. So we have a yellow purple here. We have the purple and the yellow here. And we can see that they have the little bumps there, almost like a puzzle piece. So we can't put the circle in the square slot anymore. And I think that makes it stick out some. Also, you can see when I'm dragging it, it lights up, it changes it. So that's really nice. I appreciate that a lot. That makes it a lot clearer where things need to go. So we're going to drop it in there. And because we're in tutorial mode, we can't do anything else at the moment. I did want to call out over here. They've added marks that show your different desperation levels. Again, really, really helpful here. Before, you just had to kind of know what the number was. I had to keep going back and like double checking it, like mousing over things to check it. This is just really nice. It also reminds you of your goals for the victim. So if we check pride, we want to hit gold and health. We don't really care about the sanity too much. So if we make it go up or down, as long as we don't finish off our victim by taking it too low, that's fine. So I really like this. It is kind of lit up a little bit here where we're at. Yeah, I like this quite a bit. Again, we can mouse over here and it tells us what those values are. And having this is helpful. It just is a nice visual to show us where we're at on our goal. Our goal is to fill up the sword, essentially. All right, let's go ahead and continue the tutorial. There is a problem, however. If a victim goes below -9 in any stats, well, you'll find out. Okay, good to tell us, okay, we don't want to go to below -9 or something really bad will happen, aka the victim will do something drastic and we'll have to start over. And since mistake is on cooldown this turn, how about we use cold instead? So we can see here, if we look at pride, our goals are health below 80, 50, or 20. We have met that goal. Gold below 4, 2, or 0. We have met that goal. So our sword is all the way filled up. We have met pride. Because we're in tutorial land, he wants us to give the victim a cold. Another major improvement, I don't think it was doing this before. I think I kept having to manually add these up in my head, and that was one of my other big pieces of feedback. You get a damage total down here of what you're playing up here. So you can see 8 and 2, 8 and 2, and it doesn't show here, but later on some of our resolves have costs. I believe they show up here, and it will total up our costs. Really, really nice. When you're playing around with some of the more complicated cards that have multipliers or penalties or bonuses or whatever, it's really nice just to have a nice total while you're playing around with it. Congratulations, you killed the victim and ensured that we got nothing out of this. That's because we took his health to -12 by giving him that cold. Try again, but this time, I will let you have more tools. You also have 5 turns before the deal. So, he did not make it here, as we can see. Death. Alright, so we're going to go back into Gustav here. Poor guy. I would just have to eat a little less. So we are in denial phase here. If we look through my cards... Okay, we don't have that mechanic unlocked yet. That's fine. It's, yeah, nicely X'd out with those chains so we don't get too confused by that. Yeah, thumbs up on that one too. Okay, so we need to get his gold to 0 and his health below 20. We're in denial. That doesn't matter for our current because we're still in tutorial land. Now, one thing... No, that's fine. I was going to say I'd like these to be sorted, like have all the life ones next to each other. I still might like that, just so you can see here. Here's a life one, here's a life one. I kind of wish these were just next to each other on my bar in the same order that they are here. So all my body ones would be first, and then my mind ones, then my soul, then my life. But that's okay because I do have toggles, so I think that's fine. I do tend to like to play on just unsorted, so that would kind of be nice if they were just next to each other. There's some minor piece of feedback on that one. As you can see here, we can toggle these. So if I want to check my life ones, I click life, there's life, and we have the shapes and the colors to help us. I feel like this is a lot better than it was. So if I want to put something in the slot, I could choose from either of those. If I don't want to sort by that, I could also sort by the stat that it's going to affect. So if let's say I'm like, okay, I want to target his health mainly. I can see what my choices are for health from my various different categories. Pretty nice. I think, yeah, let's do that for now. Well, no, let's not sort. Okay, life. What do we have? We have our choice between headache or a mistake. Now, we do need to be careful here because we don't want to take him too low. This victim is our tutorial guy. Sorry, Gustav, you're just a tutorial guy. He doesn't have any flaws or traits. Do keep an eye on those because those make a huge difference once we get out of tutorial land. Okay, so our main thing we need is health damage. Neither of these does health damage at the moment. I don't want to take his gold too low too fast. So I don't think we're going to do mistake. I think let's give him just a headache. We'll start taking that down some. And see what we have in our other one. So we have body. We only have 2 choices here. We could do an allergy or a cold. Now there is reasons why you would want to do these in a certain order, but again, tutorial land, so it doesn't really matter here. So I'm going to put my strongest one on cooldown first so that it can come up sooner. Next, we have our mind. We have either bad luck or incomplete paranoia. Again, I don't want to take my money down too fast, but let's go ahead and hit that. That's going to take us to -1 already, so we'll be good there. And soul, we have 2 choices. We can do hate, or we could do sadness. Neither one of those is going to hit health. In fact, actually, hate would heal him, which would be counterproductive at the moment because I'm trying to get his health down. And I'm just going to skip those for now. Okay, so you can see down here, it totaled up the damage we were going to do. Very nice. So we need to get health down further. As a reminder, we're trying to get to 20, so we need to do 22 health damage. We're on turn 2 out of 5. We are on the anger stage of our stages of grief. You can see the ones we already used have gone on cooldown. I don't know this for a fact. If any resolves have more than 1 turn of cooldown, it would be nice if there was a little number down here that told me how many turns it was going to be on cooldown. If they're only ever on cooldown for a single turn, then this is just fine. Alright, health damage. I'm actually going to sort by health this time. So I've already used up my cold. It's on cooldown, so I can't manipulate it at all. So we only have allergy. We're going to hit that because, again, that's our main target. I don't want to heal him with hate. And we could use isolation, and isolation would hit him for 10 health. Let's definitely do that. And roll it. So we're going to do 17 and 5. Pretty nice. Okay, we're in the bargaining stage. Now, I am getting kind of close to the end, so I want to make sure we hit that gold a little bit. We could give him a cold again because it's off a cooldown. And I'll put that in the body. And I do want to do something with gold. Sure, have a headache, buddy. I had one of those the other day. It's no fun. I do agree it would be negative 16 sanity. Okay, I'm pausing there for a second. 8, and it's gonna do... Oh, I see. Okay, so, can I show that tooltip up here? I can. Okay, so I was stopping there because I was like, wait a minute, why is that doing 16? If you mouse over here, if you look at the gold section, -2 gold, and then there's some other stuff. We have and double sanity damage. If we look to the right, I can't mouse over it because if I move, I'm going to lose my tooltip. But we have the and effect. Amplify effect if the victim has less health, sanity, or gold that causes the damage to be reduced. That causes damage and reduces current damage to 0. So we're going to make him lose his gold down to 0. So it's going to go 2-0 and stop, I believe. And because of that, we're going to do double damage on the headache portion. Yeah, the first time around I had some issues with this, but it was a translation issue. That does seem to be fixed, although I still think that could be a little bit clearer. That it's tied straight to the gold and not to the sanity. That's a big improvement, though. I do think that's a lot better. Okay, so we're going to do 8 more damage. That's going to take us below 20, so we'll meet our goal. And we are going to hit gold down to 0, also our goal. So we should see our pride fill all the way up. Right now it's red. Let's see what this does. Okay, we still have 1 gold. Where did you get your gold from, friend? I thought I took you to 0. Oh, it reduced my damage to 0. I see. It didn't take him to 0 and stop. Okay, maybe that could use a smidgen more clarification. Okay, so we need to hit him with a little bit of gold. Here you go, buddy. Have some bad luck. We know all about that around here, that's for sure. Okay, 17 health. Now, again, out of tutorial land, there's going to have a bunch of things here that are going to make them heal and take damage, etc., etc. So maybe you wouldn't want to just stop here, but for him, this is totally fine. Let's hit him with that gold. He's at -1. I think, when I played originally, I think if I went to negative, that would be too much. I had to get him like exactly to 0. Maybe I was misunderstanding that at the time, but that was very difficult. I like that now I know they can go to -9. Maybe adding a little something on the tooltip here that could indicate that. Maybe that's not necessary. Maybe like another small little section and make it like red or something that's kind of like danger zone. But maybe, like I said, maybe that's unneeded there. Okay, so we have pride filled up. I like that this turned purple to indicate that we have met our goal. So I don't need to do anything. I'm not going to chance messing this up. Now we come to him with our green eyes of envy and greed, and we've got our contract. One thing that did confuse me here a little bit the first time, I was like, well, I can still manipulate these. Where do I put them? Maybe this part should be grayed out, and this should have maybe a little bit of a glow or something to it. And or maybe this could be clickable, just to draw my eye to that, oh, we click contract. Let's break down the contract, one matter at a time. All 6 pentagrams will light up if you have full swords. That implies that some of our victims will have multiple swords. If that's not the case, this should just say if you have a full sword. Or maybe it should also say, like, if you've driven the victim to full desperation, filling up the sword. You can offer 3 kinds of deals: miracle, blessing, it should probably say, and curse. Curses are free, but for blessing and miracle, you will have to pay. Offer Gustav a curse. Boy, that violinist is just going wild there, man. He's into that. Okay, so under Pride, which is the one we were on, these are what we have. I did get a little confused by this in the tutorial. I had unlocked multiples, and I was like, oh, I want to do this one to this guy, but it was the wrong type. So this is another area that maybe this needs like a little bit of glow or something once you have multiple ones unlocked, unless you are able to mix and match, in which case that would be totally fine. The difference for these are later on, if we don't do a very good job of driving our victim to full desperation, it can be hard to get what we want for payment. So we might have to offer him a less sweet deal for us. So in this case, we can offer him the curse. Now for the payment. Currently, you only have one option. That is the soul coin. This was another piece of feedback that I originally had. I totally missed this the first time. I was like fiddling around up here. So good to see that this is drawing and showing us this. Gustav's soul. And let's make the deal. We can see over here, desperation is plus 90. The curse is minus 15. We are greatly into the positives, so he will make our deal. Do we have a deal? Deal. Happy to see it went well! Now, as promised, you can extract a new resolve from the soul coin. For example, a soldier fleeing a battlefield would produce something like fear of death. Point being is the resolve people have in their darkest times is made into tools you can put to good use. In other words, I am using people's resolve. That's correct. Anyways, time flies. You can use the soul coin you got from Gustav for your new victim. By the way, curious to know what happened to Gustav? Yeah, what happened to him? Humans can't really live without their souls. The world will find a way to kill them. Gustav, for example, was killed in a fight in the inn. So I killed him? No, not at all. The world did. Anyways, we're just getting started, so don't lose your nerve now. Okay, I'm going to put a cut in here. I'm going to just play through, unless I find some egregious thing I want to come back in and give some feedback on. I'm going to play through the next two victims that we did in the demo. And I'm going to bring you back probably when we get to the tutorial for the shop. And we'll play through the victims that we couldn't do in the demo. We'll do one or two of those. All right, I will catch you in just a second, helpers. Okay, I did want to come in here a little early. I progressed through the next victim, and I was told to come to the shop and buy a potion to heal myself. And I just want to give a piece of feedback here. So it's telling me that I need to make the red essence in order to buy this because she doesn't deal in any of these things. But when you grab one of these, her palm lights up and it does let you put it in there. I don't think that this should be lighting up when we're grabbing these things because these aren't acceptable. She won't take them. You have to go here and you have to forge them into the red essence that you want. Unless I'm able to store red essence also, I'm not sure what the point of having to select the number is. Like, if I make extra, like, am I gonna get these extra 4 in the bank? Do I get to keep my premium currency? Because I'm not seeing any UI that would tell me I get to do that. So if there's no point in ever not being the exact amount, you probably don't need this. You should just have this auto transform into the right amount, and then you click forge. It gives us the 50, and then that goes into her hand, and then she will make a deal with us. Just seems like there's some extra steps here that I'm not sure why. If you're able to make red essence and store it for whatever reason you'd want to do that, then this is fine. But if you can't store it, I don't know why I need to select the exact amount. It should just, when I drag something here, it should just put it to the right amount or be red and tell me I don't have enough, and then I click forge to make it. Just another little piece of feedback on that one. So we bought the red essence and it healed us. I believe that's what that piece of tutorial wanted us to do. We're not to the crafting one yet. So I'm going to complete that next victim and then I will come back. All right, third victim down. And this is right where the demo leaves off, or at least did when we checked it out the first time. So we're going to pick up here and see what this is doing. Now I have done this. I played through once before I started recording just so I had my feet under me here. From now on, the church will require aid in order to continue our mission. Every time you make a deal, you gain a faith mark. At 3 faith mark, you will be forced to meet with the Pope. You also have a notoriety rank, but that's for later. Okay, going to the church. Welcome to the church, human. As usual, let me give you a tour. Your main interest in the church is their blessings. They are one-time buffs for your next victim. More often than not, anyways. The problem is that the church won't give them to us, not for free anyway. They will ask you to agree to aid them first. First, you'll have to decide how much you want to aid them. In exchange for better aid, the Pope will provide better options. Of course, you can choose to leave for as long as you still have... Think of them as patient marks. When it reaches 0, you aren't allowed to leave. Depending on your rank, you can get more powerful blessings. Notoriety rank is acquired by using resolves, while the maximum rank you can reach can only be increased at the shop. That should have a comma here and then no capital. While the maximum rank you can reach... This just needs to be reworded a little bit. I get what it's saying though. You will also get gold based on how much aid you provide, and as much notoriety as you wish to spend. Good luck, human. Okay, so the first time I was in here, I clicked live. I don't think that's what the tutorial actually wants me to do. I think it wants me to click burn because it seemed a little weird. So we're going to try that this time. So we're going to die for the people's happiness, as we will. And it looks like these are randomized because I don't think these are the same ones. I don't think these are the same ones I had last time. So that's kind of interesting that they are random. So they said this was for our next victim. We could do extra health and gold damage, but less sanity. Without knowing who my victim is, I don't know if that's good or not. Mind slot lock times 3 body slot damage. Okay, so we wouldn't be able to use mind thing. Okay, these are pretty impactful. Minus 15% victim health, sanity, and gold. That's just generically good. And since I don't know what my victim's weaknesses are, I'm gonna go divider. Thus all cruelty shall be taken from them, so that they shall be good and harmless once more. So they're gonna give me 160 gold, which I appreciate. It's going to, I believe this is corrupting my soul, so it lowers our max HP. Yeah, plus 25 here. I'm gonna click burn this time and see if that works. Like I said, I clicked live the first time I played, and it seemed like it wasn't what it wanted me to do. From now on, I'll keep track of the notoriety you accumulate. Your notoriety is made up of 2 parts. Your rank, the higher the rank, the stronger the blessing from the church. That should probably have a comma and then lowercase t right here. And your current amount of notoriety. When it reaches maximum, your rank will increase. If it goes below 0, your rank will decrease. Currently, there's no downside to having a high rank of notoriety, so have at it for now. Ooh, that's ominous. Yeah, we can see here, we've got some soul corruption or whatever it's called, lowering my max HP. Something to keep track of for sure. We are running divider, which is going to give us a benefit for our next one. Let's back out of there. Not sure I actually got the tutorial that they wanted me to buy the thing. I'm not sure why that didn't trigger this time around. I did the tutorial for the shopping thing my first time around. So this is the crafting section, and in order to craft, we need to go here, and he wants us to buy this. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't come up. I did the first time I played through off camera, so for some reason I did not get the crafting tutorial pop up here. Maybe because I clicked into one of the store early or something. Also, this is a minor thing. This is the British way, I believe, of spelling artifacts. I actually had to like take a double take. I actually went and looked it up. I'm like, am I crazy? I swear that's spelled with an I. But either one is fine. This is just the British spelling. In the US, we would never spell it that way. It's always with an I. So interesting. Must have a British translator working on the game. Just thought that was kind of interesting. Made me learn something new today. That you can spell artifact with an E. Those crazy Brits. Okay, so we need to get the Fusion R circle, and that's going to be a price of 50. Now, luckily, we burned at the stake, so we made some moolah here. All right, we will buy that. Deal. And if we go back here, now we can craft. So we can do various things. We can put a resolve in here and then combine it with a second one. And then we have 2 choices of what we want it to do. We are limited by our rank. We can upgrade our rank at the store. Neither one of these is above my rank 3, so I could do either one. Do note that they changed things over here. So if I hit compare, left side is this one, right side is this one. So if I was going to do this, this would do a lot more sanity damage. I would gain more notoriety. It costs a ton of my health to cast. So that's what that would do. What do I actually want to make, though? Let's back up here a little bit. Gold Supremacy. That's very notoriety. A lot of notoriety. It cost me a soul shard, or whatever currency that is. I also don't know what the rhyme or reason is. Like if I did this one. Normally it's 666. That would be 666. I don't know what that one's doing. Be nice if like we had some color coding or something that could catch my eye on what the differences are. I guess maybe this is just the base. Okay, this is just the base one, I see. I thought that was showing left and right of my crafting. All right, so if I went with number 2, goes up to 9 and 8. Everything else looks about the same. Still costs that, has same notoriety. If I went with number 1, we would get the... Oh, I don't remember. This is... Okay, this is another spot. I need the tooltip for this here, because that's... You'd have to be really deep into the game to remember what that means. I think that means it's going to multiply by the number of traits. Something along those lines. That could be pretty good, actually. Although this is giving gold. I don't know if I want to be doing that. Yeah, let's not do that one. Let's go for one that does sanity. Let's pick one of our really big sanity hits and make it better. Hate. Yeah. All right, we want to make it like, what if we add a headache to our hate? Compare. So minus 17, that's brutal. Or minus 12. And if they're out of money, they also take double sanity damage. That's pretty good, but some of these people we have to go up against are pretty rich. And I didn't record the last noble lady. She was the 3rd victim in the demo that we showed off, but I couldn't get her to 0 gold, actually. She ended up with like 3 at the very end. I still managed to make the deal, though. 17. The thing here is, if we can hit somebody that has pride, that'll double the 17. If we're fighting somebody who doesn't have pride, then I think it would be better to be down here where we could do double damage by getting them out of money. For the sake of things, I'm just going to make that. And let's check in. So this is the 4th victim. Now we unlock new resolves here. Food of Sadness. So the last lady we went up against was an envious glutton. So that kind of makes sense that we would get Food of Sadness. And Stage Lock can only damage on the indicated stage. Okay, so we can only do this one on Depression. No other time can we use this. So pretty specific here. Yeah, that is pretty specific. I guess if you were getting double damage, you could really hit gold with that. I guess that'd be the point of that one. Okay, and she has a second one. We have Panic. Sanity below 50% deals double damage. Okay. That one's pretty interesting. And it comes in an Acceptance, which we don't really have a lot for Acceptance. Cool. Alright, I could heal myself, but we are at max HP because of our penalty there. That's a little unfortunate. He made me buy the blood potion thing to heal up to 90-something, and then I lost it. So that's a little bit of an oof. And I can't afford to do this, so let's just jump in. Lajuria Medica, Primary Sin Lust. People were very anxious to see this one in the demo. Both of our parents are plague doctors, and they did their best to train their daughter to be the best in their field. Our little Lajuria doesn't have much time to fool around as a kid due to all of her studies and works. It seems she didn't mind her parents being so strict with her. One of her father's patients died when she was helping. She was around 8 years old at the time, and it seems to have motivated her to work harder and study a lot so she could become an excellent doctor. Okay, we need some commas in here, like, really badly. She was about 18 years old at the time, and it seemed that motivated her to work harder. We have 2 ands here, so this is a run-on sentence. Study a lot, comma, so she could become an this sentence needs just some grammar checking there. Probably needs to be broken into 2 sentences. A doctor? Oh yes, how did the meeting with the Pope go? Also, I believe earlier it was capitalizing Pope. I believe that's a proper title in this this game. So this needs to be a capital P here too. Otherwise, if there's more than one Pope, then you would have, I guess, a lowercase, but I think this needs to be capitalized. Quite badly, being dragged and tied to a pole. Okay, this is the dialogue I thought I was missing. Quite badly, being dragged and tied to a pole and burned alive. Not to mention the weird choker put on me entered my mind while I was being burned alive is more of a Tuesday for me. Yeah, I feel like there's still some missing dialogue here. We clicked burn, but we didn't get any dialogue that, like, this is the first time this choker thing has come up, and there was no cutscene or anything, so I'm not sure what this is referencing here. And today is Monday? Exactly. I see. Rest assured, I will let the Pope know. Capital P Pope. So I take it went. Again, that's a little awkward sentence. What was that and why? Calm down, I have an explanation. Did I do something or better? I think. This is what you meant by dying with a purpose? I'm glad you're coming around. So, what blessing did you get? Blessing? You die so the Pope will satisfy the people's need for heretics to be burned. They get donations, followers, strengthening their faith, etc. You get a favor or blessing from the church in your next life. I don't remember any blessing. I guess some memory loss is needed if you have to do this repeatedly. Shadow will have this taken care of. Repeatedly? The more interference you have, the more notoriety you accumulate, the more people want you dead. The more pressure on the church to do something. The greater the blessing you receive in exchange for the service too. I'm not sure I can do that. I feel so hollow. Soul erosion. You can fix that at the succubus shop. I love how he creates a problem and then sells us the solution. And you need some other type of motivation. I have a wife. A dead wife with no record of ever existing, to be precise. Speaking of it, since you agreed to do the whole church thing, I guess I could tell you what I find. I think that should be found because he's immediately telling us that. Find would indicate that he's going to go searching for more information. Since there's no record of her, either she's been taken by the one true God, or she is lost in the thought cloud. Neither I nor my wife ever left the city. That narrows it down too. One true God? Which means you're in luck, we're heading to him. What exactly do you plan to do? Let's say that I have a business proposal for him, and leave it at that for when the time comes. You're gonna try to make a deal with the one true God, buddy? Alright, Lajuria Medicia, the plague doctor. She's lustful. Alright, so we didn't do the other 2 tutorial guys, or the first 2 people. So let me just touch in here for people that are still with me. So, lust, we need to get her sanity below 15, we need to get her health below 22. She has some positive traits, she has diligence and kindness. That comes up on some of these, like here's one. Weakening diligence. So because she is diligent, if I want to do mistake, it's going to be half power. And decibels do count. So, just pretty important that you pay attention to these. So she's got diligent and kindness, she doesn't have any other negative traits. For flaws, pleasure desire. Requirement 1. If her health is above 70, she loses 2 health and gains some sanity. If her health is below 70, she loses 5 health, 10 sanity, and 2 gold. So my strategy here is going to be go hard on health. I want her to get below 70 if I can on this very first turn, so we can start getting that ticking going here. Traits, she is a young doctor, so she's going to gain 5 health and 2 gold every turn. And she's ambitious and gain 3 gold. So there's really no point to going after her gold. We don't need that to fill up the desperation meter. And she's going to gain 5 gold. No, she's going to spend 2 hopefully. So she's going to gain between 3 and 5 gold every turn. It's not a requirement, so I'm just going to leave gold alone. I don't care what happens there. We're going to go after these other 2. As mentioned, it seems like getting her health below 70 would be super good, so I'm going to sort by health. Another one I thought of when I was going through the other two, these are all right for sorting, but I think we need another filter for the stage of grief that we are in. I want to be able to filter, I don't know, maybe it could go here, although that's dangerously close to this. Maybe make these sizes a little different or add something here. I wish I could click a button, show me all my ones that are empowered by denial. So anger, desperation, anger, depression, anger, bargaining, anger, depression, acceptance. So I have nothing here for health and denial. If I go to money, here's one, bad luck. So you can see denial is going to give me double, but it's going to be weakened by kindness. So kind of wash there. Anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Okay. I will go ahead and use this. This is going to be as strong as it'll get. Oh, actually, we don't need to hit gold, so moot point. But you can see what I'm saying, though. I'd like to be able to filter by our stage of grief in addition to these. That would be pretty handy. All right, let's just not sort by that. Body, what do we got? Okay, health is what I want to hit. Okay, the next stage of grief. It'd also be nice. I know it says it, and we probably all should know the stages of grief, but it'd be nice if I can't remember at the moment, if I could mouse over this, and it would give me just the little chart that says denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. So I could just be like, oh, I don't want to use this one, because next turn's going to be anger, and I'm going to want to have that available to me. Although in this case, yeah, actually that's very true, because I'm going to use this turn, because I can get double next turn, because it'll be anger. And next we'll do a mind. Bad luck, that's money, we don't care. Okay, here we go, a big health hit. Like I said, we're gonna focus on that. I would love to get her below 70 on this first turn. For our soul, we could heal her and do a bunch of sanity damage. That may be worthwhile. We could just do this for sanity. Okay, hate. This is the one we crafted up. So unfortunately, she's kind, so it's going to be half. She's not pride, so we don't get to double. It is doubled by anger, so I think we'll save this for next turn. Okay, so if I'm going to play that one next turn, then I'm not going to be able to play this one. I could put that in there, although it's going to heal her. I'm not too on top of that. Jealousy, we could put that in there. Now, why are you empowered? Because of lust. Okay, so we've got double from lust. She doesn't have anything that weakens it. And we're not in acceptance. So I really want to do this one again probably during acceptance. So it's going to heal her sanity for 10, but hit her health for 8. I think that's going to be worthwhile here because I really want to get this below 70. So that's going to take us down to 67-ish. But she's going to heal for 5. So that's going to take her back above 70. So I would love it if body, no, not body, if life had something that does a little bit more damage. Here's a smidgen. Here's a smidgen. All right, so none of those would be weakened. I think, okay, so what's this going to cost me? It's going to give me 10 notoriety. It's going to cost me one of those crystals. Sure. All right, hopefully that's going to be low enough that when she heals herself, she will not get back above 70. So we can see here, I'm going to damage myself for 4 health, and I'm going to spend a shard. This is probably fine. I see why the health bar is here next to my portrait. It's just weird that some of the costs are up here and some are down here. Maybe we could also get our health right here, if there's nothing else that needs to go up here. Also, because our health has the heart symbol, you should probably have the heart symbol next to the health bar, just to make that 100% clear. I think most people would understand this, but just kind of, if I was looking like, where's the heart symbol? I don't see where it's going to damage me. That could be a little confusing. All right, let's roll that turn. Also, I like that we get some like graphics that go on so I can kind of like monitor what I was doing. I think this area over here is so improved. Huge improvements. to the demo that we saw. I really like that. Okay, we have her health below. So now she's going to lose 5 health. So that's going to negate Young Doctor, essentially. She's going to lose 10 sanity a turn. So we're already going to take her down to 10.75 sanity. We got to be careful we don't kill her. And we are going to spend 2 gold. So she's going to gain 3 gold a turn. Gold doesn't really matter for her. So we mainly just need to keep hitting her health. And we got to be careful we don't do too much sanity damage, actually. That's pretty brutal, if I'm being honest. Okay, we're in the anger phase. And I think we're basically just... Actually, we still need to get some health, too. Okay, so we need health and we need sanity. Let's not do that sort then. All right, we can't do Food of Sadness at the moment. We could give her an allergy. Okay, F times number. I see what that is now. So number of victims flaws. Rather than typing F dot in R, why not just say like flaws or number, like pound sign, like number sign flaws? I think that would just make more sense. Like that's a little more intuitive than F dot in R. Like I understand what it is now, but that's a lot of thinking to understand that. Okay, so we can't use that one. We have to use this. Like I said, I gotta be really careful with sanity. Do I have anything that gives sanity? I might need to actually help her out a little bit. Money we don't care about. Sanity we're already good on. I'm not gonna touch that. Soul. I do want to keep hitting her. Ironically enough, I'm not gonna be able to use this. I saved this, but the problem is if I did this, at her losing 10 sanity per round, this would kill her. So I gotta be careful with that. I did it with that. I think we're actually good there. Was I too good at my job? All right, for life. Okay, this one's not too bad. It's gonna be halved. I do want to keep hitting that health though. And this is gonna be doubled. 5. I think we're okay there. That's still gonna do 9 health damage. Let's play it. You needed me before, didn't you? Okay, bargaining stage. So let's see. We got bargaining, depression, acceptance. We got 3 more rounds. I'm just being careful here. I can do a little bit more sanity damage, and I need a lot of more health damage. Like a cold. There you go. Actually, hang on. If I save the cold for next turn, which is depression, I'll do double damage. Let's save that. Mind. Gold doesn't matter. I don't want to make her more depressed. Okay, this is, again, going to do double damage next turn. But am I going to kill her? Oop, hang on. Do I have anything that restores sanity? I'm actually kind of worried I did my job too well here. Okay, I do. We can, in depression, she's lust, so no bonus there, no weakenings. So we can heal her by 6. That's not much. I gotta be really careful here. Okay, I do think we're gonna use the cold next time. That's gonna be 16 damage. We could do this. That would take her down 20 more, so that'd be 25. That would take us pretty darn close. Yeah. Oh man, I may have been harsh upon you. I don't think I actually want to play anything here. Well, unless I need to... Hold on. If I'm going to play Food of Sadness, then I can't also play this. So she's going to lose bargaining 30 more. That's fine. We're going to lose 4 We're going to lose 14. Okay, I think we're okay. We're just not going to play anything this round. Okay, she took her damage from Pleasure Desire. Okay, Depression. Okay, we're hitting you with that cold. Oof. Oof. Good, good. Mind. We're hitting you with that isolation. 36 life, so that's going to be 22. That's going to be 16.5. That is lower than what we need. Excellent. We need to do a little bit of sanity damage, and we're going to do it. I think that's everything. So unless we have something that only does... that off. Unless we have something that like only does gold, I think we're basically good to go. I don't have anything. We're looking for soul. I don't want to heal her. I don't want to do more damage. I don't want to do more damage. I don't want to do more damage. Now we could heal her here a little bit. Do we really need to, though? So +6, that's going to be a total of -4 with that. -4. So we could do a little bit of damage. So a life thing. Double sandy damage. I gotta be careful. I gotta be real careful. Make her lose a bunch of money. That's kind of pointless. Foolish. Actually, again, we would spend another crystal. 58 health. That is probably actually too much. Again, -9 is where we don't want her to get to. Although she's going to heal a little bit. No, I don't think that's needed. I don't want to pay resources if I don't need it. All right, let's play that. I think my math is right here. All right, 21. Our goal is to get her below 15. So we need to do 6.75 sanity damage and nothing else, essentially. Go to sanity. Probably just want to hit her with one nice big one. Yeah, here we go. You can have some hate. She'll heal a little bit, but she's still going to be plenty far below 22. That's going to be -6. Let's get a little bit more in here. Yeah, a little bit of paranoia. That'll do ya. -11. What do we have left? Body. I gotta be careful with that. Don't want to do that. And we could do a life. There you go. So -12. Again, checking. So we're gonna lose 22. That's gonna take her just into negatives. Let's go. Can Babel do math while recording? Let's find out. Yeah, giving us a little bit of leeway on the -9 thing is much appreciated. This feels a lot better. Trying to get exact numbers was not fun. All right, do we have a deal? Okay, now here's again, I mentioned it earlier. I was confused the first time around. If the only way to resolve this is to do the correct one, the other should either be grayed out or this should be like, I don't know, highlighted or flashing or something. Because why can I even do this if it never is going to work? Like, unless we go later on that people have multiple sins, maybe that could be a reason, and I'd want to pick one of these for various reasons. But as it stands, these are my 3 options. Nothing else matters. We did really good here, so we can take the... Actually, hold on. What were our choices here? Creation Love, Alluring Beauty, or Succubus Incubus. You will be transformed into a succubus. Enjoy the pleasures of the flesh for the rest of eternity, serving under the Sugar Lady in Division 1 for even in death, love shall flourish. The Sugar Lady? And of course we want that. Here's another one. So I did really good on this. I'm at +50. Am I going to get to a point where there's multiple payments? Like, why can't I extract some money from her too? Or some soul shards if I still have extra total? That would make it feel more like I'm bargaining, like I'm making deals. I guess this is offering. No, this isn't offering things. Yeah, I don't know. I really feel like I should have multiple payment slots. Maybe that could be another upgrade from the succubus shop. Become a better bargainer. Because with plus 50, we take this coin out. Yeah, with plus 50, I could get 25. Okay, I couldn't get kill with a dagger, but I could get some coins. I think that would just be a little on theme with making deals. Deal. What do you have against the one true God? Why would I have something against it? How about I tell you about Lajuria? Dead in some ditch, burned alive? Oh wait, the church already booked me for that. Stop complaining. You got the blessing. Was it not useful? That's true. We did have a bunch of penalties on her. Maybe that's why. The first time I did her, I had a different blessing, and she was actually kind of difficult. But because we got that one for, I think it was minus 15 to all of her stats, that's what made that so easy. Okay, those are pretty impactful. I guess it did help. Still, is this absolutely necessary? I will bring you back without the memory of being burned alive from now on. You will still have the soul erosion. We need periods on both those sentences. And before you start going on and on about how kind and nice of me this is, I just can't stand to hear you complain about it. I thought being in hell prepared you for this. Anyways, Lajuria is going to work under me. Not that I will ever see it, but in the succubus division, she will do what she loves and make profits. Minus the soul sucking and killing people she took an oath to save. Details. Do you think I could buy her soul back? Oh, and what would you offer? As in, if I bring me more souls? Forget it. If you want, I'll let you meet her. I'd rather not. You know, I am more of a resource bishop rather than a corruption or depravity. What are you talking about? You have to gather other things than souls to make me a good offer. Sure. Okay, so we have one filled up here. What is this? To visit the church sooner than you need, and by doing so, you'll lose half your notoriety. No. We'll just save that up. It'd be nice if I could go in there and look and see what my possible blessing would be. Maybe I'm on a hard part and I'd like to take that early. But if I can't see it without having my thing anyways, I'm not going to go in there and look. Okay, we have our shop. Oh, we also have packs now. What are you guys? Great deal, but ask for everything in return. Half price. Double damage. All resolve health costs become gold costs. Health resolve costs add gold bonuses. Okay, interesting. +1 max rank. +20 health. Actually, what we probably want to do, we got to keep an eye on this. We probably just want to get some of our corrosion fixed. One of these items does that, I think. Yeah. So we would want to buy like 2 of these. They're 70. I mean, we have gold, right? So. Sure. Heal up some of that corrosion. So we're at -10 at the moment. Oops. So if I could do that one more time. We still have plenty of gold. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's just get our soul. You know, you gotta take care of your soul. You don't want to mess that up. There we go. All right, we are. Oh, out of 105, we're at -5. I think the equation here needs to be checked. It's not clamped. I believe my health should currently be 100 as my maximum. So, good on this for not causing a crash, but 2 negatives negate each other, so that's giving me +5 health. Kind of interesting there. And we could heal for +20. Sure, let's buy that. Price is 50. No idea if this is the proper way to do things. All right, I'm gonna call that good there. Let's do, well, probably one more victim. Okay, we still have our crafted one. Let's see who we got. Okay, first, let's get our new resolve. Okay, again, comes off a lust person, makes sense. Awaken sin. Add sin to the victim at 25% chance. Chance is spelled incorrectly there. It's C-H-A-N-C-E. Remove counter virtue. Okay, that's pretty handy. Indulge sin. Empowered sin gets ×4 instead of ×2. Lustful gaze. Awaken lust. Empowers lust. Weakness is chastity. It's good in anger phase. That's kind of nice. So we can start manipulating the different traits that our victims have. It does look exceedingly expensive, though, if I'm reading this right. If this takes off from our bargaining. Cool. We also could heal here. Sure. Yeah. Maybe that's a little cheaper than doing it via the shop. All right, let's do one more victim. Aurelia Famias, primary sin, gluttony. Daughter of Gustav, ex-farmer, currently a starving beggar. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're after the daughter now. I don't like it already. After her father's death, she and her mother have a very hard time making ends meet, suffering mostly from starvation. And it seems that pushes her to go against her father's wish. What was his wish? To be feared and respected by others? Well, yes, but not quite. That was a means rather than a goal. Yeah, he wanted to marry her up the social ladder. He wanted to marry his daughter up the... Oh, wow. Wow. Great minds. Marry his daughter up the social ladder so she wouldn't have to worry about food anymore. I see. In other words, to marry his daughter into nobility. So what did she do to go against his wish? It isn't clear to me. Something about love bread? Love bread? Whoring? Not quite. It doesn't seem exactly that. I'll let you figure it out on your own. Sure. What happened to her? Her misfortune from Lajuria was that she wouldn't find any other partner. Lajuria didn't strike me as a person to wish that on random people. She didn't have any big grudges. Still, what are we going against is already a girl with one foot in the grave. So, do you think Aurelia knows about the thought cloud? I want to say... How would I know what Aurelia knows? That's your job. Yeah, but it's common sense. Pretty much everyone that is at least 5 years old knows, but I never really gave it much thought until now. Share the story with me. A long time ago, there were plenty of places to go, a city without end. Then, one day, monsters appeared out of nowhere and killed many people. Monsters that were named Thoughtless Ones, that attacked everything in sight. We fought then and won, but they came again and again until we lost. Then we ran to find shelter and we found none. No matter where we went or what we did, they would come after us. Until we found a city that believed in the one true God. That God, our God, taught us that there is invisible evil magic like a cloud over the world that wants to kill everything with thoughts, and was letting the thoughtless ones know where we were and how many we were so they could kill us and eat our thoughts. But here, the thoughts of the one true God are so strong that the monsters can't eat it, so they stay away. And we were told that we could build another city too as long as we followed 3 rules. We have to have at least 10,000 people, we believe in the one true God, and that we name the city the city. Quite hard for children to believe that, isn't it? Yes, but then we take them to the tower, and you catch a glimpse of the thoughtless ones. We were also told that you don't have to love, like, or hate the one true God, as long as you answer the question of which God you believe in or what city you are from. The one true God and the city. And every month since, some people claiming otherwise out loud for too long just magically die with no explanation. People just believe that now. I will tell you my version once we're back. Okay, we're after the daughter now. Gluttony is her sin. Don't look like you're very successful at your sin. She has greed also. Humility and kindness. We're after health and sanity, and she's already broke. We gotta be careful that we don't take that money too low. She's obedient. +1 gold, -1 sanity, -1 health. loves bread. Break naive trait. Gold less than 1. 15% less. Okay, so health between 15% and 100%. I'm not sure if I'm reading that right. 10 plus 10 gold plus 20 health minus 20 sanity. Unbreakable. Break rate naive. Starvation is minus 10 health. Requirements gold less than 1. Okay, this is gonna have a lot of things going on. So we definitely want to keep her broke. There does seem to be a reason to do that. And we need to get all the stats down. Okay, first off, we still don't have the second page of stuff. We could add lust. If we added lust, what do we have that would empower? Okay, here's one. That would turn on sadness. That could be pretty handy. We have a lot of sanity to get through. She's not diligent, so she can't half it. Looking for more lust. Okay, also we could do jealousy if we wanted to. Give some minus. I don't know if we would need to empower that. I don't think we're gonna turn that on. While this would be pretty good, how many times would we get to use it? Twice while it's empowered? So that'd be 16 extra damage. Don't think so. Okay, we are in denial. Let's look for denial. Okay, here's some. -2 money. I'm just going to throw it in there because it's the first one. This is why I would really like to be able to have a filter by our stage of grief. So the way I've been doing it is my first step is to go through and just audit things for the current stage. So the -2 money would be fine, but I think I would rather... Oh, she's going to half this because she's got humility. Oh, she's going to half this too. All right, we're still going to hit her with that one, I think. Bargaining, depression. Looking for denial. Where is denial? All right, that is literally our only one. Huh. Only relevant one, I suppose. Okay, going outside of that now, we need something for body. Diligence. Okay, that'd be really good to pop her. Okay, so that one would be 14 and 12. That one would be 4 and 1. So yeah, we're definitely going to do that. Unless you're anger. Oh, you are anger. Okay, then we're going to do that one first because this will get double strength from anger. And if I do it now, it'll be on cooldown. Mind. We already have a mind in. Soul. We could give her a little bit of health and do a bunch of sanity damage. Just do some sanity. This would be doubled by anger. She has a lot of things here that... Okay, so -1 health, plus a bunch of health. Yeah, I don't want to give her any health. She's going to be healing a ton. So we're probably not going to run hate. Or our hate plus. Jealousy. That's going to hit my health pretty hard. No, I think we're just going to hit her with sadness here. And life. Okay, we're probably saving that one for anger. -5 money. That'd keep her nice and broke. Diligence. She doesn't have diligence. That's another anger, but I think we're going to do that one. Diligence, no diligence. That would be doubled. You're actually going to be doubled twice because we're going to have anger and we're going to have greed. Maybe we save that one for next time, which would mean this one goes in now. $25 sanity, 4 health. Man, I would like to hit her with more health damage. That health is going to be a bit of a problem, I have a feeling. All right, let's run that one. Would start on the sanity. Okay, -2 health. Got the little bit of sanity. We did manage her to starve, so -10 health. I don't know what break naive trait means. obedient. Minus some health, minus some sanity. Yeah, she's got a lot of stuff going on. It would be kind of nice. I don't know if this would maybe be too far, but it'd be nice if I could get a summation of all of these things if I moused over something over here. Like with her current stats, what is she going to get in total from all this? This is just a lot of math to keep in your head. Maybe that's a little too far, though. Okay, now we are in anger. We could give her the allergy. I think that's probably what our plan is here. If we were going to run Lustful Gaze, this is the time to probably do it. I don't think we would do that, though. Just out of curiosity. -6 and 6 versus... Yeah, I don't think I can give up. It's because here we're empowered by gluttony and anger. So we are times 4, essentially. And we have number of victims' flaws, which is 2. Yeah, that's super nice. Okay, now I'm a little less worried than I was before. Mind. Just hit her with some sanity. Okay, anger. Next is going to be bargaining. So if I want to use this, I should probably use this now so it'll be back up for depression. Yep. 48. Wow, we're going to zero out her health already. I got to be a little bit careful here I don't accidentally kill her. -1 health. I think this will not be turned on. Okay, that would be -11 health. -13 health. I would actually kill her right now. All right, do we have one? Where's my hate? Maybe I do need you, hate. So we heal her up a little bit. I think that keeps her alive. 58 sanity damage, though. Whew, whew. Okay, life. Keep her poor. Hit her with everything. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep her poor. I got to be really careful here. Like I said, there's a lot of math going on, and I don't want to take her health too low. Go ahead and advance that one. Excellent, excellent. Ooh. Okay, I actually probably just straight up gonna need hate again to keep her alive. Oh, and it's halved. Oh no, because of her kindness. Okay, we're in bargaining stage. I'm good. I met everything. All I need to do is not kill her. Where's my gluttony? We could heal her a little here on both of those and make her lose some more money. Do I lose if I take her gold all the way down? I think so, because what are you going to make? You're going to make 1 gold. That would take us to -10, -9. I'm not sure what... I'm still unsure about what some of this stuff on this one. I think this is fine. Let's play it. Oh no, she lost too much health. Oh no, we killed poor Aurelia. Death. All right, so now though I can just go back in, even though we made a mistake. So we were far too effective there for our own good. Let's make it. We'll give it a second try. Why not? Okay, this time around, we got to be a little more careful. Where did we get that big health hit from? Starvation was too much. -10 health. So I do want to starve her. So I want to get her gold just a little bit negative to get us started. So where's my -2 gold? I think that's a life, isn't it? Yeah. Get us started with that. All right, body. I'm going to save that for the big hit. We'll hit her with a cold. Mind. Depression. Denial. We'll hit her with the denial. Actually, that's halved. It's going to be halved forever, though. Might as well do it now. Probably won't use that one again. Alright, I don't really want to heal her too much right now. We could do jealousy. Don't think we want that either. -2.5 minus 6. We are going to hit her with that big hit again. That's better in anger. Let's do that. All right, gently now. Yeah, I think we can see this is a good example of now we're getting to the point where it's more complicated. We got a lot of stuff going on. All right, anger phase. I do think we are going to hit her with the big one here with the allergies. That's what it feels like when you have bad allergies, let me tell you. Okay, 28 and 28. So I want to keep this health. I want to get this health to about 20-ish relatively quickly, and then I can massage it the way I need it to go gently. So 28, 48. Yeah, I don't want to do any more health damage. I think I want to stop there, and then we're probably actually going to want to use hate to give her back a little bit of health. We may as well use the better one, I suppose. 5 health back, minus some sanity. Right, and then from life, is that one gold. So because she has gold, starvation is not gonna click here. So she's not gonna get the -10. I think that's fine. We could drop foolishness. Oh no, we could not. I don't want her to be that broke. I want to be able to mess with her money. Let's just play that one through. Big hits, big hits. Okay, she's up to 2 gold here. Okay, she did not get hit with starvation. She did get hit with being poor. Okay, now I want to take the money away. Okay, so that's actually going to leave her with a coin. So I need to hit her with something for a little bit more money. And I don't care if I make her go broke now. Because we have... Or maybe this is one turn too early for that. -1 gold. Maybe that's a little early for that. Extra sanity. Okay, what if we gave her that? And then we don't give her that. Don't give her that. -4 money. That basically is going to take her money away for the rest of the time. It's going to be too much. So then we would need to hit her with hate. Okay, no. Let's switch that out. Do hate. And then we do want to get our money down a little bit. Is that -2? So that's going to leave her at 1 money. A little bit of health. I need to do a little bit of health damage, I think. Body, it's not health damage. Mind, not health damage. I think we do that. Why does that lower her amount? -2, -1. I think it has something to do with this and double sanity damage. Let's just play that one, I think. Okay, she gains the money. Okay, so she didn't get the double starve thing there. Okay, depression. We're right on track here. I would like her to lose 1 gold, I think. We have a -1, -2. So if we lost 10 right now, we would be at 1. If we lost 10 more, we'd be at negative 9.5. Might be too much. I think we're good here. Let's just let that one play. Okay, I think we're just fine. I think we just let this ride. I don't want her to have any money though. I'm gonna take your money. Alright, she loses 2, gains 1. Doesn't starve, naive, and... Oh, I'm getting too good at this job, guys. That's a dangerous sign. Primary sin of gluttony. Vampire crest. Transform into a lesser vampire with no need for food and immunity to sunlight. Oh, we gain immunity to sunlight? That's interesting. But you must request to feed on the blood of mortals and obey all noble vampires you come across. Somnac of Beelzebub. An endless stomach that will eat anything. The more valuable the food, the better the satisfaction. Endless meets Sibbus. Sibbus is a small dog-sized demon, harmless and very tasty. It possesses a very powerful generative power, making it an infinite source of meat. Well, there you go. That could happen to you. I think we could just give her the vampire crest. Yep, and we still... See, we ended up with plus 25 again. I could totally get some money. Let me make bargains. I need to wheel and deal here. We got a deal? I'm starting to think that there's no salvation for me. Salvation? What would you need that for? Regardless, I have good news. Oh, really? And what would that be? She will live a very long time. If she doesn't get burned at the stake for being a vampire, I'm sure she will. And living long won't really be accurate either. You wouldn't say she'd be dead for a long time either. That said, a vampire lord took an interest in her, and from what I heard, they are gonna marry. Oh, I guess she did marry into nobility. What's the catch? Is that guy into torture? Maybe he likes to starve girls to death? Not at all, to be honest. He is cruel from what I heard, but... Only to people besides his wife. I heard he treats them pretty nicely. But how come she wasn't killed? Well, she is dead. You know what I mean. Wait. You said your victims can't live long enough without their souls. But on the contract, it says that upon their death, I'm taking the soul up front. Yes, took you a while to figure that out. Normally, a devil will do its best to kill you in some way after the deal, or simply wait it out. And before you ask the thought cloud magic, you did mention your version. Yes, what you know of the story is pretty accurate, in fact, or should I say it gets the job done. What job? Let's start with an example. You start a village under 10,000 people with no god or city name. What happens? They get attacked and die. Yes, for the most part. Every attack has survivors, sometimes more, sometimes less, and villages can go years or even decades without an attack. Rather than a monster and people, think of the monsters as liquid iron. Liquid iron? Yes, and the people's thoughts are a magnet. It both attracts the monsters and repels it if it's strong enough. If the cloud is shattered, the monsters get in. And it does not so much as kill you as absorb you. I remember that they say if they kill you outside of the city, nobody remembers you. Now, what is the one teaching of the true God? That the world is a cruel place, but that is not the only teaching. It is. The church made everything else up so people would have to do something to believe in. But really, only they teach these things. Burning you alive, taking bribes, and giving blessings to the most heretical men, that's all fine. As long as they agree that the world is a cruel place. But why? It's the only thing that makes for a strong enough barrier. The thought cloud is a force of chaos, absorbing everything like moss trying to take over a house. Saying that you live in a cruel world, that you don't live here or there, but in the city. And not only that, but having roughly another 10,000 people all say the same thing makes for a good anchor in the world. I see. But what do you think the purpose of the thought cloud is? Purpose? Maybe to make all the world just like a jungle? Hard giving chaos a purpose, but I can master it, or use it at the very least. The law states that the contract must be followed to the letter. There is no hidden clauses in my contract. I am using thought cloud magic to break the laws that bind the world? You finally got it. It is not that somebody plan this, but more that some pillars that maintain the world's reason broke, and now the world is collapsing in some places. And you want to fix it? No, I want to use it. Well, there we go. 2 extra victims compared to what we did last time. I do believe the total number of victims in the early access is currently up to, I believe it's either 7 or 9. So quite a few more than I've even shown off here. Hopefully this was enlightening for people. If you found this interesting, the demo is still up on Steam. I will leave a page to the Steam store. Also, the early access is out. I believe it is $9.99. I should have probably had that in front of me. Yeah, $9.99 if you are interested in it. It's a cool little game here, and the developer seems really open to feedback, and I'm sure they would love to hear from some more people. I see a lot of improvements since last time we checked this out, so they are really taking feedback to heart. That is great to see. I feel like this already feels a lot smoother compared to earlier in the demo. I like that it's a lot clearer where things can go. I do think, again, we need some more spell checks, some more grammar checks, some more punctuation checks, but that's easy polish. That's nothing like problems with the skeleton there. I think adding a filter to the different resolves based on your stage of grief would be handy. I think adding a tooltip over the stage of grief that just shows you the flow in case people don't know that off the top of their head. I think possibly adding a total for what their traits will do with their current stats could be useful. Maybe that's a little too far because that gives away too much of the math. And a few of the tooltips could still be made a little bit more clear. Yeah, that took a lot of brain power for me to kind of figure out a few of those. I did get there, but I think it could be much more easily said. There's no need for abbreviations if they're just hiding in a tooltip anyways. Or make it so that I can mouse over that and get a deeper explanation. One of the two there. So there's definitely some more here, like we have not even touched whatever this is. There's more stuff in the shop that we haven't done. There's more crafting to be done. I think if you're struggling with a victim, you're going to want to craft something very specific to get through them. Like we had to retry her twice. So we kind of would have a spoiler and know what might be useful for us. And then we could go here and craft up whatever it is that we need. So nice progression here. I'm really liking that. As mentioned again, I do think this is pretty cool. If nothing else, you should go check out the demo. And if you like it, maybe check out that early access. I want to say thank you again to the developer here. This is from Dystopian Ruler for sponsoring this video and for the game key. I'm definitely going to check this out, and I have enjoyed working with you. Thank you very much, Dystopian Ruler. All right, that's going to be it for Mammon Devil Help. Hopefully you get out there and enjoy it. If you tried the demo or you are in the early access, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are down in the comments. I know the developer does read them, so if you want to say something and you don't feel like posting it on Steam for whatever reason, and it's appropriate, you could totally leave a comment down below, and they will probably see that. Okay, thanks for checking out this video, and thank you again to the sponsor. Babble out. I'm going to go help Mammon and see what I can get done.